Shalom, shalom. I give all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahshua, by Hashem Crocodiles. But as the right come through, get another lesson. Give double honor to apostles that JMS the one talking the truth. And get citation to the whole elect want to listen and learn. If this is going to be, don't get scared. It's on the prophecy. You know, it's only things that's happening. It's only supposed to happen. You know, that this ain't no glitch in the system. This ain't the matrix just ain't added without the most. I know this is part of this plan, right? This is part of the plan right here. So let's get to, I don't want to be too long with this lesson. You know, I got a couple of videos to show, but I want to be too long. I want to get on go in the book of Isaiah. All right, open it up like 45 or 46. And start at verse 10, all right? Declare, hold on. Let's start at verse 8, Salaki. Isaiah chapter 46, verse 8 said, remember this and show yourself men. Bring it again to mind, O ye transgressors, right? Then the Lord letting you know the things he's about to do. Remember the former things of old. Remember the things I said. For I am Yahweh, I am power, and there is none else. I am Yahweh, and there is none like me. So you like, that's the one that's going to tell you something that's going to come to pass. Nothing else going to tell you what's going to come to pass. He only going to tell you. Declaring the end from the beginning, from the ancient time, the things that are yet not yet done. See? Let me read that again. Verse 10. Declaring the end from the beginning. Declaring the end from the beginning, before the beginning of it was been brought forth. He could declare the end from before that. And from ancient times, that the beginning happened, that it was people living in those ancient times that was said, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasures. See? He will do everything he said he's going to do. And that's written, including prophecy written in Isaiah, including prophecy written in from Moses, including prophecy written that was in Genesis. You know, they had prophecies in Genesis. Like, let's go get it. That's what the whole thing is about. I'm finna get this whole between Esau, Salakia. Yeah, this is the whole thing about. This is about this thing between Esau and Jacob, which is, y'all don't know who y'all are, but they know the Edomites. So they know this is an ancient thing. This gonna happen. This gonna come to pass. I think Genesis 27 and it started verse 30. So I'll give you the rundown on it. So Isaac was getting old. Isaac blessed Jacob, not knowingly that was Jacob. This is basically what it is. Jacob stole the blessing from Esau. Esau was going to get his father's favorite meat, which is venison, to cook for him to eat before he died, right? Eat his favorite thing before he died, and bless Esau. You know what I'm saying? But Jacob came and stole the blessing and brought some lamb or goat, you know what I'm saying? Something similar to a deer. And his mother, Rebecca, Isaac's wife, had did that, you know. But not to read, you can read it, the whole chapter. But we're gonna get start at verse 30. It said, and it came to pass. I mean, the thing happened. Everything was done as Isaac had made the end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scared, going out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came from his hunting, and he also had made silver meat. He came also did the same thing, but at least Esau did what he was told that time, cause he always wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Esau, you know, he was an iffy nigga. He'll do good shit and he'll do bad shit. You know, he wouldn't always. But Jacob, he did good shit. Always did what the mother and father told him to do. but he also was behind the scene doing fucking over Esau. Yeah, I can see that just that brother that fight. You know what I'm saying? But that's one thing Jacob did. But actually, Esau sold the blessing. First, he sold it to him, but he ain't gonna go that far. And he also made several meat and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, let my father arise and eat of the venison, son's venison, and thy soul may bless me. And Isaac his father said unto him, who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Esau, it's like verse 33, and Isaac trembled very exceeded and said, who? Who? You know that nigga like, what? Who? Where is he that had taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou camest, and have blessed him, yea, he shall be blessed. But shit, who that nigga is? That nigga gonna be blessed. You know what I'm saying? He took that money and ran off. You know what I'm saying? And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceedingly bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, thy brother came with subtlety. See, that's Jacob can't do that shit. And had taken away thy blessing. So guess what? He couldn't turn the blessing over. He couldn't say, even though he took it, came and stole it, whatever you Christians want to say, how y'all want to say, man, your forefather Jacob stole y'all blood, stole the blessing from Esau, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It don't even matter how bad it looked. All that matters that it happened. And it's established. And it's right here showing you that Isaac can't take away that blessing, but he gave you a blessing. And you live in your blessing right now, and you want to be proud. You know what I'm saying? You either might like to be proud, and you niggas just stupid. They proud. They want to be cool with you. So we love you niggas at the one end of the hand, because right now they live in a blessing. Imagine they was in slavery. You about to read it. All right, and he said, thy brother came in subtlety and taken away his blessing. And he said, it is not thy right name Jacob, rightful name Jacob, right? Which is mean Yaiquab. For he has supplanted me these 2 times. So that's enough for the nigga like, man, I'm gonna kill that nigga. See, that's how he was thinking. I mean, he nigga did this shit twice, man. Fuck that. When I see that nigga, I'm knocking him off. That's how Esau was thinking right there. Cause he took the hey bro, he took y'all don't understand what the blessing was. Y'all gonna get it though. For he took away my birthright, and behold, now he had taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And he says, verse 37, and Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants. See, he slavery on that end too. And with corn and wine have I sustained him, and what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me even. Isaac didn't want to bless the nigga with the blessing he wanted, but he kept asking him. Even me also, my father. And Esau lift up his voice and wept. That's what you go to Hebrews chapter 12. So he wept, even he ain't had no salvation. This the part of the salvation God is going, what with Jacob and Isaac finna give him. And verse 39, Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and you got that, and of the dew of heaven from above, and you got that. And by thy sword thou shalt live. So you're going to do the same thing as Cain did, a wanderer, going because you got no land. I have a lesson about that, but I never brung it out. You know what I'm saying? But about no land, you just going to go and be everywhere. You can be everywhere. And you can be every people. And you there. And this shit the law got law around people to say, fuck, it's time to stop. You know, it's time for you to, hey, man, look, let's spread all over the world. That's not in the part of Alabama. You know, because it's going to take a lot for America and white people and black people really go at it for real, like France fighting against it. That's the prophecy, too. France going to fight against each other. Y'all might be trying to think, oh, they not all white people. You're going to try to keep that thought in your head, not all white people, but guess what? The law going to turn the switch. That's what he going to do. And he going to get this nigga to do it because he got the sword. And thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou have dominion, so you have dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck, so y'all got dominion. And guess what? That wasn't enough for that devil. You know, that wasn't enough for him getting the world right now. You know, how's he living? Verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing where his father blessed him. So his blessing, he going to automatically get it. Because go back up. Because the blessing was this, really. To Jacob. Start at verse 27. Get to the point. Genesis chapter 27 and 27. And he came near and kissed him. And he smelled the smell of his raiment and blessed him and said, see, the smell of my son is the smell of the smell of the field, which is Yahweh had blessed. Yahweh was looking and laughing. That's all right. Lord, let that happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because he let that go down because he could have put the ram in the bush, but he didn't do. He could have son say, Jacob, come your ass over here and send Rebecca, but a lot of Rebecca's son him over there. All right, verse 28. Therefore Yahweh give thee of the dew of heaven and the fatness of earth. So they gonna have the same thing. And plenty of corn and wine. The same thing that Esau got. Lord bless Esau with the same exact thing. Let people serve thee, see, and nation bow down to thee. Be law over thy brethren, and let thy mother's sons bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be everyone that blesseth thee. So he told him that you curse your brother, even though you stole it, you're going to be cursed. But I'm going to still give you a dew of heaven, but you're going to have to get it by the sword. That's the only difference that Jacob ain't had to do. We ain't had to get the blessing by the sword. It was automatic given to us from the portion. If you look at Genesis chapter 4, what happened in the garden? What happened in what Cain did to Abel? Cain put the automatic get the firstborn. He was the firstborn. He lost his firstborn inheritance when he killed his brother because he was wrong. He could have just corrected himself and when he did right, but he ain't know. He wanted to kill that nigga. Because he knew he was fucked up. His mind wasn't right. So Esau's mind never was right, man. So it's, I'm just going, well, I got a couple of videos, right? I don't know which one is which, but I think I'm going to get this one first. Hold up. It's the last one I see. I don't know what the fuck is that. Look at that shit, Jake. No, this ain't the one. I think that last one.
That motherfucker was swinging so goddamn fast, boy.
Yeah, but see niggas like him. You know what I'm saying? Even niggas like him, he look like talking about white people, you know what I'm saying? Talking about white people, the white folk was wrong, blah, blah, blah. But he might not be a white boy. This nigga might be an Israelite. Well, a lot of people y'all don't understand. So that's why I know what y'all talk about. We talk about Esau Edom because we know these red devils. But we know how a devil talk. We know how a devil think. We know these motherfuckers, man. So this here, man, here might not be a so-called white person. I seen he been mingled among the nations, man. Been mingled all together, and he might just came out, you know. But his forefather might be a black man. You never know.
Montgomery, Alabama, Vote Broad. Yes, sir. I love it. I'm just glad nobody got shot. But that white dude was wrong for trying to hit that damn older black dude. Boy, you can't be from around here. You ain't even from the area. You ain't from Millbrook, Prattville, Wetumpka. None of that. You can't be from close around here. Swing on an older dude and an older black dude in Montgomery, the Gump. Cause you stupid as fuck. You got everything you deserve. It's all them old.
Yeah, but you know, that's when Jake rising up though. But at the same time, I ain't gonna play to it because it's like 2 minutes. I don't got time for 2 minutes. But like I'm gonna tell y'all right now, but that's part of prophecy too, because if you go get Genesis chapter 49, right? That's part of what they're gonna happen in the last days. So let's read Genesis chapter 49. We'll start at verse 1 though, but I'm gonna skip down. Say, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourself together, see, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Gather yourself together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father. See, you told him like your Reuben what going to do. You told him about a free reign, about a firstborn, like throwing blessings on them. Throwing blessings, them blessings inside those things going to happen. That's part of your fall, because you're going to fall, and you're rising, right? So we could go get, first we're going to get this one. Let's get Gag. So we're going to get the, example. This was going to befall on Gag. See, verse 19 say, Gag, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last. So the overcome part of it, they're going to fall. And at the end, they always go overcome. That's all the tribes, right? Let's go to Judah. Judah 1 right here. No, let's go to verse 8 though. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise, that thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. See, the father's children shall bow down before thee. Who the father's children? As Esau, the form that's gonna happen on the come up. But it's the downfall. Verse 9. Judah is a lion whelp, so we fell from thy prey. My son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He crouches as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rise him up? See, as an old lion, who gonna rise? Because he chilling. He didn't even feel like he trying to gain energy. He trying to gain strength from the battle. He waiting for the battle. In the midst of the battle, he fell. Everyone fell, but the come up. Verse 10. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, which is Yahweh, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and until him shall the gathering of the people be. So this is a small portion you see. It could it could be set up, because how it was like a setup. Because the white boy came put the so-called black man. You know what I'm saying? They was arguing about a boat spot, whatever was going on. He threw the hat up. Like, why you ain't throw that bitch on the ground? Tired of this shit. You threw it up. Like, you made people know and see this is about to go down. This could be a fucking distraction. You know what I'm saying? Had a blood moon just passed. It could have been a distraction from the up highest, man. So let's get because you gotta look at that shit too. Shit just don't come on, man. They like to plan a lot, bro. You gotta understand. Esau, Edom, they plans. This Ephesians 6 and verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So you gotta know the wiles of this nigga, man. He could throw a nigga a bag to do that shit. Look like they getting beat the fuck up. Make sure it look good. Hit him on the head with a hat, with a chair. Make sure hey man, they could set this shit up easy. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. That's what our fighters against. We see the tricks of this thing. Come on, you gonna want to throw a hat? Why you want to throw that? Why you see that's your first thought to throw a hat up? You know, and so people to come to the aid. Make sure you got the video. Make sure a couple of people got the video. Get the ones that people that don't got nothing to do with it. They might video the shit, don't even know what's going on. And they can start some shit. They can start a riot. They can start check this out. Nation against nation type shit. Nation against nation. Hold on, I got it down right here somewhere. It's in Second Esdras, right? All right, Second Esdras chapter 13, verse 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell upon the earth. Verse 31. And one shall undertake to fight. One shall overtake to fight against another. One city against another. One place against another, one people against another, and one ram against another. So they could set that up, as one place against another, one people against another. But the law coming with one ram, because his ram coming with his ram against their ram for doing this shit. But it's also the pleasure of the Lord. That's his plan, because he just said it right there. Verse 32, and the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen, which I shewed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. When you saw the man ascending going up, that same man gonna come down. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. That's meaning it's World War III, and our numerous multitudes shall be gathered together. So this ain't nothing, man. It's gonna happen. Like, fights gonna be all over. And thou sawest them willing to come and to overcome him by fighting, but he shall stand up on the top of Mount Zion, and Zion shall come and shall be shown to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill driven without hands. So you saw the hill driven without hands, that big chariot. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations. Because that's like a wicked invention, man. Can't trust this devil. He gonna show us some real shit. Like, he already got hologram. What if that shit was a fucking hologram? You can't really trust Satan, man. I don't know, and I'm just saying that's a wicked invention. Of their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, and shall lay before them their evil thoughts, and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto me. See what I'm saying? That's what he gonna come. That's part of the signs. That's what he telling you, that once you start seeing these signs right here, just look forward for the rest of them. Just like in Mark chapter 13, Luke chapter 21, Matthew chapter 2024. Like, that's all looking at those signs right there. It's all talking about the same thing: nation against nation, rumor against war, against wars and rumors of war. That's all it is. And this is like a civil war right here. You know what I'm saying? So let's get on. Hold on. 2 Esdras chapter 15. Verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, For the sword of the destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and with swords in their hand, like weapons. It's gonna start from chairs, and they're gonna start with bats. They're gonna hit with pipes. They're gonna hit with axes. Then they're gonna get no. They might get to the guns quick. The guns, the bulletproof. You're gonna see real shit come out. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see all type of shit with swords in their hand. You know what I'm saying? For there should be seditions among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the courses of their actions shall stand in their power. You ain't gonna be able to stop this shit. A man should. That's what he want, because he want to lock down the city. And he can't lock that bitch down through a pandemic. If another pandemic, epidemic, whatever, don't come by next year, they're gonna use you niggas and you white folks to do it. They're gonna spread this fucking shit around. They're gonna use that as a like, hey man, look, it could have been a setup, but they're gonna get serious, they're gonna get real. They're gonna get real feelings. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get more strict. They're gonna look at you funny. That's controlling the mind. This is enchantment. To control the minds of the people, man. How do you really feel about each other? They really like each other. Let's see if they really, how they really feel. Let's throw up this bug. Let all type of niggas come knock white people out. You know what I'm saying? Show them they be stronger. But as the scriptures say, Jacob should, the youngest should be stronger than the old elder. So that's why he get the better blessing. All right. So let's get verse 19. No, verse 18. Then we get verse 17 again. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, see, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. See what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna be. This is talk about, you know, niggas on boats. This ain't got nothing to do with food, nothing to do with water, nothing to do with resources. The shit that you need on a daily basis. When that thing come down for the daily basis, you don't matter. You gonna be black gonna be on against blacks, whites gonna be against whites, Mexican against Mexican, Mexican against black, a gumbo. Whoever got the resources, whoever got the most, they gonna fuck with that. That Esau gonna come with his MOTB. He gonna say, well look, I'm gonna give you $2,000 a month for free if you just take this MOTB. You ain't gotta worry about food. We gonna have you enter into the. If you don't got this chip, you can't enter into the facility. You can't even park. You know what I'm saying? They might have a parking spot where you gotta pay to park, or you got only people with the chip to park, and you can get out and go walk through the thing and wave your hand, and they open the door for you. You know what I'm saying? Just wave your hand as you pay. You go, like if you go to Sam's Club, when you go on the little item, the little thing, the little glow, you got your food in the pantry, your food in the basket, you know, them big quantities, and they'll go scan all that shit, and all you gotta do is pay on the phone, like with food stamps and shit. You're gonna have to do that shit. You're gonna charge that. You gonna go past through there, and they're gonna detect your hand maybe on your forehead, cause you gotta put your whole body in that thing. And guess what? You can pay for your food without hitting the app. Hey, they gonna make this shit so cool like that. So that's gonna they're gonna be lack of bread, and for great tribulation. So that's the start of it. This ain't nothing. We don't marvel at this shit. We laugh at it, but we don't marvel at that shit. We know them niggas gonna, in real life, Jacob whoop Esau's ass in the hand fight. In a hand fight. Man, target practice, them niggas do that shit all day, man. They'll hunt your ass. Jake don't know how to hunt nothing. They'll fight you one-on-one. They'll get you toe-to-toe. But Esau's a hunter. He says so he's a hunter. You know, so that's me. He's mine. He's always trapping you, dog. He's always trapping you. So let me see what else I could get, man. Hold on. I'm assuming any though. But the reason why this happening to you, Esau, even though you might it's showing that, on some small shit, because the law gets you like this. This is Numbers chapter 32 and 23. See, but if ye will not do so this ain't for you, towards you, but we can use it against you. Because this is like actually towards the Israelite, but the law behold all the sins of the world. He know everything. He know what you do, even heathens. See, behold, ye have sinned against the law. What you do against, like, on earth, you're doing it against the law. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahshua. Even though you're not his chosen people. And be sure your sin will find you out. This means whatever the law want to reveal, especially against Esau, Edom, he going to reveal it to the servant, the prophet. And we're gonna break it down, because it's all concerning the prophecy. So let's get that too. Matter of fact, I'm just rolling the spirit, really. It's time for me to roll. Hold on, I ain't want to get that part. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6 says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord had not done it? So everything that looked evil, the Lord done that too. Which that was the fight was funny. It was funny, more funny than, but ask them if it was real. But ask them, it sounded like the leaks was coming, told them, that chair hitting that white woman, ask if it looked evil. If it felt evil. It felt good. No, it didn't feel good. It felt evil. So, shall a trumpet be blown in the city? When people came to announce, the trumpet was like the phone. Viral. Like going live somewhere. YouTube, Facebook, Insta, it don't matter. The trumpet was blown in the city. The Lord made something happen. Pop off. Was popping off. Before it popped off, somebody had it on record. The Lord sent them there, and the people be not afraid. So what people? Everybody could. The white boy said, look, I'm glad no guns was involved. Look, I'm glad they ain't shot nobody, but that was the afraid part. They could have been. You saw that he hate each other, and Jake hate each other that much, man. That's how bad we hate each other. People be not afraid should there be evil in the city, and the law had not done it, so the law done that. Verse 7, surely the law would not do nothing. Before he did that, we told you about it. He didn't just do it and we just, this is in scripture. No, we prophesied this before time, that these things like this was going to happen. That he using Esau to do it, or it just going to happen out the blue, whatever how it's going to happen. But the Lord said we warned you already. It said, surely the law will not do nothing, but he reveals his secret unto his servants, the prophets. So we are going to scriptures and prophesy these events, and before time it happened. And when it happened, you can't say we never told you. That's when the Lord do this. The Lord had roared, will he not fear? Who would not fear? The Lord Yahweh had spoken, who can but prophesy. See that? So we see things, we know things. Just like damn, man. Salaki. Just like Habakkuk. No. Let me see. Heard thy speech. So we hear the Lord's speech as reading the scriptures. Habakkuk chapter 3 and 2. It can start at verse 1. A prayer of Habakkuk the prophet upon Sagnot. I don't know how to pronounce it. O Yahweh, I have heard thy speech and was afraid. The Lord revealed thy work in the midst of the years, in the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy. Whatever you want, whenever you're gonna do, you bring your wrath. I heard what you're gonna do, but have mercy on me. Have mercy. Have just don't go crazy on us. But you say Israel won't be consumed. Don't consume. He like telling like he's talking about, man. Look, I heard you gonna do. Just don't go too hard. I know we can't stop you, but just please don't go too hard where you can destroy everything. Leave Israel, leave a portion for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know, we kind of, hold on, let's say in the GNT though, you know. Oh Lord, GNT, Habakkuk chapter 3 and 2. Oh Lord, I have heard of what you have done. Now, he said, I heard what you did before. Like what we could name, so Christian can't name what he did before. We could name the flood. We could name Sodom and Gomorrah. We can name he did the works he did with Egypt, with Jericho. We can name the works he did with Moses, his works with Moses, splitting the Red Sea, bringing all the plagues on Egypt. We heard the works, man. We heard, damn, man, we could do that. He could bring hornets. He could drop hailstone from the sky and burn and burn the whole city. So we heard the speech that which you have done. And I am filled with awe. Now do again in your time. Now do again in your times the great deeds you had you hold on. So like the great deeds you used to do. Be merciful, even when you are angry. See, hey, just do what you did before. Just be merciful this time. Just be merciful. I know, but be merciful, Lord. God is coming again from Edom. So he came and did what he did. Mad, is pissed off, but he was merciful. He can't get the elect. The holy power is coming from the hills of Petra. His splendor covers the heavens, and the earth is filled with his praise. You feel me? The Lord coming in style, baby. You know, you come and grab you. You know, don't worry. Don't get scared of this prophecy. That's the next thing. He comes with the brightness of lightness. He coming from Edom, which is the same as the east where Edom was, but he coming to Babylon. to the west. He coming from the east to the west, from the shining from the east to the west. Why the Lord say from the shining from the east, he telling you gonna be in Babylon. Don't worry about these false prophecies. I come in my name now, I am Mashiach. No, don't go lead in the desert. No, he say the shining from the shining of the east. When we talk about with Edom, with Edom is in the lower part of the land of Israel, Petra, Paran, right? See, his splendor covers the heaven and the earth filled with his praise. He comes with the brightness of lightning, light flashes from his hand. There where his power is hidden. See, now it's hurt. He sends diseases before him and commands death to follow him. When he stops, the earth shakes. Earthquake at his presence glints, and the nations tremble. The internal mountains are shattered. The everlasting hills sink down. The hills where he walked in ancient times. So like the hills was burnt when he come through. You know what I'm saying? You'll burn the mountain like he did on Sinai. You come to the foot of the mountain because he was gonna burn you. Only person who was up there is Moses, man. He was hating on that man. That man could have stand in that, all that right there. Because the Lord had held him. The Lord could control his temper. but hey, it's just the start of it, man. So I don't think I got nothing else. You know, let me see if I got anything. Yeah, man, I'm gonna get this right here. Psalm chapter 9, 110. I'm starting verse 1, the song of David. The Lord say unto my Lord, sit at thy my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool. So that's what the Lord, he keep bringing these prophecies to come to pass. But the Lord ain't really doing that though. Because now he gave the judgment to the Son. The Son really operating these moments that you see. So let's get St. John chapter 5, verse 22. For the Father judges no man, but he committed all judgment unto the Son. See that? Everything that's going on right now. That all men should honor the Son, even as he honored the Father. He that honored not the Son, honored not the Father, which has sent him. So the Lord sent Yahweh to do the work. But he don't know when he gonna come back though. But he doing the judgment. He doing all the judgment, man. So this vessel was don't get scared. It's on the prophecy. So I'm gonna give our praise to Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua B'Shem Kragadas. Till next time I say Shalom.